3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
What are the stepping stones?
What's the purpose? What are you trying to do?
I have really become excited by the commercial spaceflight field.
If you're looking at the future of space, I think fun is going to be a very important component.
The trip's fantastic.
It's been great.
This has been a spectacular trip.
A broad range of companies from big to small.
I've been in the industry for 15 years, and yet I didn't even realize how much exciting stuff is going on within these companies.
Kind of old space to new space.
It's getting inside and getting a chance to sit down and understand where the companies are strategically and what they're doing.
Direct access to decision makers.
There's a lot of networking, discussion, ideas generated.
The goal here over time is to transition where we send the smart stuff from Earth, and hopefully we'll include everyone on the table as being part of that smart stuff.
Well, this is the best way to get first-hand understanding of new space investments, what's happening around in the US.
I love going around physically and seeing where people work and seeing the companies.
There's nothing else like it. The exposure to the companies, and then the attendees too. Just every attendee has their own unique story.
It's been a good combination of established companies and new space companies. Learned a lot on both sides of the spectrum. Really shows the contrast and the depth and breadth of what all the companies can bring to the market.
Favorite part? Andrew's space, hands down. Finally, somebody got it right. The right mixture of old and new, the energetic team, and they're heading the right way.
The highlight for me was being in the Space Shuttle Trainer with Greg Johnson.
These seats have been removed. The yellow was where I put my towels or socks.
Pointing to every single thing, where he sat, it was phenomenal. It added a whole new dimension to it.
Whenever I get into a vehicle that I spent a lot of time training, it brings me right back to that moment. I want to share it with them. I want to make it real for them.
The more you're exposed to it, the more compelling the commercial spaceflight sector is.
Mike L.A., he was an aviator. He is the second place record holder for spacewalks. I think he gets it from a bigger perspective and how important it is that we progress this new evolution that we're a part of.
And that's true for everything you do.
Charles, listening to his story, I'd never met him in person, and his perspective was unique and controversial and interesting.
There's no such thing as emergency landing. There's only unscheduled landing.
It's always an inspiration to me to meet these guys that are like big players in the long blue line that we all live in.
The networking involved has been phenomenal.
A good way of working with each other to develop new business in space, support for commercial ventures.
Extremely efficient way to learn and meet people in the space.
If the friend was a space investor, obviously they should be here. This is fundamentally where you really get to know the companies and the fellow investors and you hear what kinds of questions people are asking.
It kind of brought up the excitement that I had about space when I was a kid. The enthusiasm for the technology as well as the investment opportunity keep me coming back.